What's up, people? We are back with more Sherlock Holmes. We're at the 5th case, the Kew Gardens drama. I don't know. Cow?
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Alright, off to Kew Gardens, but first we gotta check the... what do we get? Oh, the silver fork. That's our souvenir. Alright, find the stolen plants. Really, plants? From the last exhibit or exhibition at Kew Gardens. So we're after some stolen plants. Interesting. Not a case that the first person that would be on like my speed dial on the phone, that person would be Sherlock Holmes. Unless someone stole the plants and actually killed someone with the plants, which is highly unlikely, but I don't know. Why do we need Holmes for stolen plants? This is gonna be interesting, maybe. Solely for that reason. Like, are they the rarest plant on Earth? This is quite a long drive to Kew Gardens.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Yes, of course.
Of course I am. What other motive would I have of being here?
What are we doing, Holmes?
Let us find someone who could help us.
Oh, what about those two gentlemen over there?
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favor for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Those are the thickest, weirdest, roundest glasses I've ever seen.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh dear. Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house.
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
Alright, Watson, it seems like we've hit the jackpot, right? Missing plants and the... I almost wanted to say murder, but it's not a murder.
Do not
The
touch.
person died at the very least.
The plants were here. All of them were stolen.
Stolen plants...
Do not touch.
Plant list.
Here is a list of the stolen plants.
All of these were stolen? Let us check. Tree.
These trees, with their roots in water, must originate from Louisiana.
Ah yes, the bayou. I remember our visit in the case of the Awakened.
Fragments.
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot. The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Huh.
According to Albert, this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead.
Footprints.
These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet.
And then there are thin
The
black...
traces are thinner in some places. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here.
Footprints. Door.
The door was smashed at shoulder height.
So he fell into it?
This door handle is new. It was recently changed.
Broken pot.
This pot was broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
Which explains the other thing as well. Why there was dirt on the floor, I think? Broken esconson.
The esconson was
Esconson.
breached near the handle. The door was forced from the inside of the Colonial Collection Room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the colonial collection.
Huh. Broken sign.
This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it.
Are we done here? I don't think we're done here yet though. Colonial collection. Some vials. Dun, 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 dun. Are we done here? I don't think so. Examine the colonial collection. Blood.
Blood. Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
My imagination. Right, determine the correct sequence of events. door. Knocking over the pot, falling on ice. Watch the sequence. He tries to break in, knocks over the plant, hits his head, falls over.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked? Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder? I think we need to inspect the Colonial Collection.
Right, and examine the Colonial Collection, find the... Where's the Colonial Collection room? Oh, here. Okay, okay. This is the Colonial Collection room. Australia.
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
Holy crap. These plants, they look so weird in the fact that they could actually eat you. Calcutta, British India, Singapore. Alright, this is when India was still a colony of the...
Very strange. Half of the
United
Colonial
Kingdom?
Collection is absent. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building. The smell is strong. It is a detergent.
Stone chip?
This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow. A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture.
There's still something on the window.
These windows were perfectly cleaned. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly clean.
Huh. Dunn was trapped, emptied Colonial Collection. Perform autopsy. Perform an autopsy, Montague Dunn. The death is suspicion. Why had he forced the door of the Colonial Collection room? Why had someone cleaned and emptied the room? Was it a trap or a simple accident?
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Perform an autopsy. Where's his body?
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
That's where the body is then, I'm assuming. We have to search the archives for the plans, but first we'll go to Scotland Yard to perform an autopsy on the body, because apparently it's not just about some stolen plants. It's way more than that, as I had originally suspected. See, this game is turning me into quite the little detective as well. And by little, I mean it in the fact that I'm still just a junior detective. I'm really bad at it.
I asked
I'm
Inspector
learning.
Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then. It's ready for autopsy then.
It most assuredly is. Good day, ma'am. Sir. Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
This is the evidence room. The morgue is right next door. Because the morgue goes downstairs. Yes, the body.
First of all, let us carry out an external examination.
Alright, external, face. Alright, mustache, forehead.
There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse.
Most definitely.
The
Eyes.
vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
Yes, the biggest nose I've ever seen. It's even bigger than
The
mine.
air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma.
Alright, that's it for the face.
There are
chest.
no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy.
Alright, the right arm.
No redness, stings, or bruises.
The left arm. Is it me, or is this part of the thumb seems so big? I know that there's like a bigger. This looks like a chicken thigh, you know, but mine isn't that big. Unless it's really muscular. Is it kind of a muscle? It is very. You can press it, and it's very flubbery in a way. I don't know, but perhaps it's a muscle that you could train. But it looks so big and disproportionate in comparison to the rest of his hand.
Nothing suspicious here. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
Oh god. We're going to be cutting him open. Alright. Or the lungs.
The lungs are congested and edematous. The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Huh. The heart.
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs. The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
So nothing is wrong with the heart. The liver.
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction. The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
The spleen. Oh, it's the stomach. Wow, it looks exactly how it does in the biology books.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs. There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
Breakfasted lightly.
My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean...
Yes, it is murder.
We should inform Lestrade.
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No. We also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And
Mrs.
also
White.
Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building? I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
Right. There is a new deduction we can make. Dunn was poisoned. After being trapped in the Colonial Collection room by the killer, Montague Dunn was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetal poisoning. Are we playing as... No, we're not playing as Watson. Alright. I like the kind of competition that Lestrade as well as Holmes has. Lestrade basically comes to Holmes when they can't solve it themselves. But this time, like, Holmes himself said, I found the murder. It is my challenge. I'm gonna do this myself. Screw you, Lestrade. He didn't say that literally, but that's kind of what it came down to. But yeah, this is going to be the end of this video. This case has already piqued my interest. So yeah, in the next video we'll be going to Kew Gardens again, I think. What shall we be doing? Quite a few things actually. Inspect Kew Gardens staff buildings and gather information. We're going to find the plant that was used to kill. And the stolen plants is something we need to find as well as the Whoever killed Montague, what a weird name, Montague done. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.